Alright guys, on this one, on our last 9 broadcast, I stated that in 2027 is going to be very, very challenging. Not because Bola Ahmed Tinubu deserve to win or deserve to be our president. Even at this particular moment, he doesn't deserve to be our president at all in every ramification. I said it's going to be difficult for Peter Obi. And I stated that Peter Obi will win even if 10 times or 100 times he competes with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he will continue to win. But my question was, will they allow Peter Obi to rule this country? Which is left for Nigerians to react. My brother Mr. Common Sense don't come out now and say Tinubu will never win second term in office. But on his video and his statement, his submission, it was hitting more on the people, stylishly calling on the people to react. This was the same thing my brother CM said yesterday on our live broadcast. Without the reaction of the people, Peter Obi will be pushed out. Tinubu will be our president again for the next additional 4 years. We must speak out. What are the responsibility of the people? What are the plans of the people towards 2027? That is my take. But let's watch this video together.
It has never been this bad to see a people preparing for election and they are leaving you with the thought and idea that they are going to rig the election. It has never been this bad. It has never been this terrible. That a people preparing for elections, nobody, 90% of people supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu are supporting him, and that they are confident that he will retain his seat as president of Nigeria in 2027, not because he has developed the country, not because he has put in effort, not because he has shown any form of leadership commitment in any regard. It's because he has the capability or capacity to rig his way to power. And Nigerians will prove to a man like that and the people like that you cannot take the mass of the people for a ride. Nigerians will deal with Bola Ahmed Tinubu and deal with his followers that believes that rigging their way to power, to retaining power, rather than developing, growing, investing in critical infrastructures in the country and making Nigeria habitable for people to live first, would have been the priority of this government. But he chose to do the direct opposite. And guess what? Let me tell you, the greatest undoing of Bola Ahmed Tinubu would be that he prioritized propaganda, deception, and lies over growth and development of this country and investing in very critical sector, especially in the human capital. Forget all these dramas you are seeing, all of this nonsense. It has never been this bad. You were watching the clip of the inauguration or the commissioning of, I like to call it inauguration because I don't know what they went to do, of the 30-kilometer disjointed road that they said they commissioned in Lagos, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. You heard the sitting president telling the deputy governor, because the governor was not on seat, that they will no longer allow approvals for estate and islands anywhere. That is a sitting president detonating the power. If you go and read the Land Use Act, it's an act of this country. It empowers city governors and city government to own the land of the country. But a sitting president thinks that, of course, he owns Lagos. Lagos is in the pocket, anything he likes. But let's get into the real deal. The 3 reasons why Bola Ahmed Tinubu won or was declared to have won 2023 elections. The 3 reasons. Number 1 is that Nigerians believed in INEC and the electoral process. A lot of things led to that, give rise to that credence. Political actors, the Electoral Act, commentaries, and people just believed that there was going to be something in the offering, and Nigerians believed in the electoral process and removed their eyes from any form of counter-attack that was supposed to happen. Secondly, Nigerians were told or were made to believe that the city president then, the current president, the then president Muhammadu Buhari, never wanted to give power to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that gave some persons some level of confidence to say, so if the president did not want to give Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it means that there were so many things in the offering and a lot of things were going to happen. And of course, that's why all of the Naira redesign issues came. Thirdly, we undermined the capability and the ability of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to rig his way to power from the sidelines. Nigerians disrespected him and thought he would not be able to do it, owing to the fact that he wasn't in power. But unfortunately, he has shown himself. Now, the consequences of those 3 things I just mentioned, that Nigerians now believe and understand who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, and that's why his people, they are not waiting to do election. They are boasting that they have written results and there's nothing you are going to do about that. It has never been this bad that a people that campaigning for a president will say that it is anyhow, any means by means they'll get there, irrespective of whatever you think. Whether or not they put in effort to grow these people, to develop the society, it doesn't concern them. As long as they're in power, they will do what they did in 2023, and that's why they are not giving support to the Electoral Act reform or the electoral reforms that is being propagated. Two, of course, Nigerians now realize that all of the dramas of waiting for elections to end are going to no longer work. In 2027, we will settle the electoral issues in the election day. Anybody that dares to read, that dares to manipulate, will be given his own. Everybody will collect. In 2023, if you dare want to, we will not transfer it. We will not wait for INEC. We will not wait for the court. The idea of waiting for INEC to do the needful, to do the arrangement, see the wrong from the right, it has stopped. Nigerians are now aware that whatever happens on election day is the finality. So as long as you want to win an election, you must put in your effort to get what you want to get on election day and stop what should be stopped on election day. That will be a consequence of 2023 election. And I say that with all humility. That rubbish that happened, they are not more than us. They are not. Very few. Two persons come to a polling unit of 1,000 and begin to bully them. It will not happen 2027. They will be dealt with. And I say that, see, this is not a threat. If you decide to say you want to come and rig, you want to come and manipulate, you want to oppress, intimidate, and bully people on election day in the polling unit, the people, the mass of the people that are there, they will deal with you and hand over it to the security operatives. And even if they decide to release you later, for whatever you plan to come and do, the polling unit will not work. And let me tell President Bola Tinubu and his supporters, the game is the game. Nigerians are ready to put you where you belong. Since you have waited all these years to get to power, and you refuse to do the needful, and then you think that you can manipulate your way to power, don't worry, Nigerians are ready. We will ensure that we end this. And I've said this several times, and don't forget, even Jonathan will be of a more prominent name in the history of this country than Bola Tinubu at the end of the day. The Jonathan you mocked, the Jonathan you threw away, Jonathan will be more prominent, it will be more idolized, and will be more respected at the end of the day. If Bola Tinubu do not want to be one-term president, I don't believe that there is anything good that can come from him. I have seen him. He's all finished. There's nothing he can do. He still has 1 year, at least 12 months, to prove himself. And those of you that keep supporting him and say it doesn't matter what happens, it will not be business as usual in 2027. And I say that with all confidence. Some of you are asking where am I getting this confidence from? One of the reasons why that election went the way it was because Nigerians were made to believe that the electoral process will work, and when the electoral process failed, we were made to believe that the court will work. Right now, as it stands right now, Nigerians do not believe in the elections. Nigerians do not believe in the court. Should anything happen on election day, should anything decide to play negatively, Nigerians will deal with it ab initio. And should it also mean that Nigerians will ensure that we put an end to the era of election buying, election bullying, election intimidation, rigging and manipulation, the Nigerian people will take it upon themselves to ensure that on election day, the issues that have continued to come up in all of our elections before now will be put on it. If you are the one that is preparing to go and come to polling unit, be ready, because you may never live their life. Nigerians will do everything that needs to be done to protecting and defending their votes. This call is not even, I'm not scared to say it. Nigerians will defend their votes. It's part of our civil responsibility to defend our votes, and we'll defend it by all means possible. So if you are waiting, instead of you to tell your president, your failing president, to face this country and focus on the most important thing, you are bragging that there is nothing that can happen. Election result has been written. And anywhere anybody says this, you are boasting. You are happy that the election result has been written and nothing will happen. It is a lie. Don't deceive yourself. It's a lie. And no Bola Tinubu and Sheyi Tinubu will not be going to polling unit to go and be writing result. You where they will send, you will see them. I'm out of here.
You see, I stated as well last night that I might likely not support anybody in 2027. Do you know why? If our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, did not address also what will happen in 2027 in terms of, for any reason, God forbid, the election is rigged again, just like it happens in 2023. I want Peter Obi to assure us, to be honest, not just me, I believe many youth right now that we are blaming, that are not saying anything, they want that assurance. Peter Obi should just come out to say, don't worry, we have put things in place for 2027. Guys, everybody come out and stand with me. Only that word alone is fine. Nobody wants Peter Obi to come out to say, no, we go fight judiciary, we will fight Tinubu. No, nobody's saying that. Peter Obi is a peaceful man. But we need that assurance to stand behind him. Without that assurance, me particularly, I won't stand behind anybody. Just tell us. Things have been put in place. It will not remain or be the same way, the way it was in 2023. Only that I know is enough for people to say, okay, let's do this. Because if not, my people, Tinubu will continue and the suffering will continue. What do I know? This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigeria time. Let's continue to talk about the things that affect you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.